Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to week 7. We have made it. We're in the final stretch. We just wanted to say congratulations for making it this far. You've been an amazing group of learners throughout this entire process, and we are really impressed with the high level quality of interaction, communication with each other, and also with us in that mix. And really are looking forward to seeing all your practicums unfold in part 2. We've read through all the practicums that have been emailed to us. Some of you have received specific feedback with some wonderings we had after we read them, some curiosities, some suggestions. And so those of you that have received those emails, just please consider those and then send us back your changes. Some of you, we have everything kind of waiting in a stack. We have to scan it all up because we've signed them, and we'll be sending it out to your email, so just keep posted on that. Really, when you're thinking about your practicum, really we want you to be thinking about what this looks like as a school leader. Keep your focus on applying all the theory that you've gathered from part 1 and putting that into practice over the fall. Legislature, policy in your board, or I guess district, depending on where you're working. And then think about how the research and theory positions itself within your work. Really, as a school leader, you're going to be living, and through this practicum, living everything that you've learned this time. Because 7 weeks of learning, we know that that's learning. And we put that quote up the other week about learning is not learning until we put it into action, and with that reflection piece. So this practicum gives you that opportunity to do that. We are going to ask Anthony to keep the course open 1 week longer past the 17th so that we all have time to any last minute people can get things in. We have one student who's not back until the 23rd, so he'll get a chance to read everything that happened in Module 7 because he's already posted. You'll get a chance to download your signed copy of your practicum and put that someplace safe so that you can use that in the fall, and you'll have to submit that with your final report once you do your part 2. And on that note, I'll pass it over to Christy, who wants to talk about some of the PLC agendas that we saw.
Yeah, I just wanted this opportunity to say that some of the agendas, well, the agendas that I looked at, they were very thoughtful. You did exactly what I think we were looking for, and that was really address adult learning styles, linking it back to some of the engagement pieces. So you used a real nice blend of both expert videos and your own school data to keep people focused on what the school SIP plan was and the goals that you had for the agendas. And that's really what the PLC is about. It's much like designing classroom learning, only you're not designing classroom learning for adults, and you have a pretty solid goal in hand that comes from your SIP plan. And so those were really quite evident, and I got some really neat ideas from all of your PLC agendas. So, and those all linked back to the SIP plans that you were creating back in Module 5. And so they were really thorough. So I just wanted a chance to comment on that. So nice work.
And I think overall, we wanted to just talk about some of the things that we really found valuable as we worked through this course with you. And one of those things for us as instructors was when we wrote the course, we did put things in a very purposeful order. And as you know, we purposely kept some of those modules locked up. And I know for some of you that was a real challenge because you just wanted to do it all at once. But we really wanted to give you time to read, discuss, reflect, and then consolidate that learning before you moved on to the next activity. And I think when we talked about the Simon Sinek video, a lot of you commented on how different it looked the second time that you listened to it compared to the first time that you listened to it. And so based on the feedback that we got from you and then the readings that we did throughout the course, we could really see a definite growth in every single person. And you've all done an amazing job of contributing, of reflecting, of commenting, of researching, of thinking about how what you learned impacted your learning, and in turn how that can impact learning of others in your school and your system. And those really are leadership things that we were hoping that we would see through your work. So just an amazing job by everybody, and really you are the leaders of moving forward, and I think the boards that you're working with are in very good stead.
We had the opportunity, of course, to go through your feedback, and I think we've seen most of it at this point, and some of the comments really did include the fact that how much valuable learning you're getting out of. I think all of us were curious about the online environment, what that would look like, and how it would shape up for both learners and teachers alike. And while it's had its challenges and its technical issues, it certainly has been fun. I think gained a lot more from you folks than we would see in a classroom. And I had an opportunity to have a conversation with one of the Part 2 students just last week who was in my school visiting and saying that one of the great things about this online forum, and you could really see it both in your feedback and your discussion posts, was that your thinking was really quite evident. And sometimes in an in-classroom setting, we have a limited amount of time and pieces get said, and it certainly is valuable, but that opportunity to continually reflect on it throughout a 7-week course and then comment again in a form where everybody can see it, I think was really valuable. And you spoke to that many times in your feedback, and you could really see that growth through discussion posts. So it's been really an amazing journey, so we appreciate all you contributed to it.
So on that note, we'd like to say thank you. We'll be online, and we look forward to continuing the dialogue there. And we really hope to see you in part 2. If you have any questions throughout your practicum, or you're running into snags, or some of you have mentioned you might be in different work circumstances in the fall, just please email us at our lakeheadu.ca emails. We'll get the email that way, and then we can make any changes to your part 1 practicum outlines as we need to. Okay, so thanks so much, and have a great last week.
Have a great summer.
Yay! Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.